Hi, this is Melissa from Loops of Gray, and in this video we're going to learn how to wind a center pole ball of yarn, maybe from a skein that's kind of on its last legs, and we want to turn it into a more functional, usable bit of yarn. So we're going to take our tail of yarn and hold it just kind of in our left hand out of the way, and what we're going to do is we're going to wind the yarn around our pointer finger and our thumb in a figure 8. So over your pointer finger from the front to the back, underneath your thumb from back to front, and just kind of do this a few times, winding in a figure 8. And once you get a few of those wound up, you're going to kind of pinch your center of that figure 8, pull it off, and you'll see how this tail is over to the left. We're going to leave that by itself and then kind of take our little figure 8 bundle of yarn and kind of fold it in half, just to kind of smoosh it up a little bit. And then you're going to take your working yarn, you're going to wrap it around a few times, kind of loosely. You don't want it to be too tight. Wrap it a few times and then rotate, again, keeping your little tail out of the way. And then wrap it a few times more, like this way, turn it. We're going to wrap it a few times this way. You can see this is kind of sticking out a little bit, so we're going to turn it maybe this way, fold it over a little bit. Again, we're keeping this pretty loose. Going to wrap it, and then as you can see, as we get a few more wraps, and it's starting to look more like an actual ball of yarn. And so you're going to keep rotating it a little bit here and there, a few wraps in this direction, a few wraps, in the cross direction, etc., etc. So, as you wrap more and more, it looks more and more like a ball. And again, we're keeping this tail free. So what's going to happen is at the end, if we were to cut this off, this would be the outside of the ball. And this tail here is now the inside. It's coming from the center of the ball. And so when you pull it out, it pulls out nice and neat, without having any sort of yarn vomit or anything like that. And, this is a really great way to rewind your sort of wonky skeins of yarn into a nice, tidy little ball that's easy to use. Hope that helps you out. And happy knitting or crocheting. Thanks. Bye.